How I Came to Like the Woman in the Picture. Part 3. The Gibson Girl. It is the summer of 2002. The previous few years I had traveled the country, driving around to wherever it was I could find work, a place to park my car, and affordable daily and or weekly accommodations. I even at one point in search of work traveled all the way up to Alaska. Finally, in the summer of 2002, I discovered a part-time job with salary enough to support an apartment, and so it was I decided to try to settle down. I moved into an apartment in Des Moines, Iowa. To help me get settled in, my parents that summer traveled all the way over from their home back east to transport some of my belongings. In one of the boxes they brought over were old books that I had not seen in years. One of these books was one which I had received for my 13th birthday, and was called Extraordinary Origins of Everyday Things. On a whim, I picked out this book, and to my great surprise found in it a picture of a beautiful young woman which I had never before seen. Her glance was ponderous, uncertain. She was in the process of writing a letter. A picture says 1,000 words, right? This woman was a so-called Gibson Girl. Now the term Gibson Girl, I was to find out, was coinage for any artist model who had posed for turn-of-the-century artist Charles Dana Gibson. There were literally hundreds of Gibson Girls. Gibson Girls were the personification of style, fashion, and high society in and around the time of the turn of the century. They were invariably wealthy and decidedly modern. The drawing of this particular Gibson Girl inside that book I had picked out had been sketched by caricaturist Charles Dana Gibson in, I believe, 1877. No mention, meanwhile, made of any Gibson Girl in particular inside this article in that book. The word Gibson Girl meant nothing to me at the time, in 2002. What struck me rather was the drawing itself. Now over time, this drawing would come to designate for me, not officially or anything like that, just kind of like on a subconscious level, the mystery woman of my dreams. There was just something about this picture. Notice the mystery woman, I mean the Gibson Girl in the picture, is left-handed. Now, I don't know if it was before or soon after this time, but anyhow it was around this time that a relative of mine approached me to share with me a dream she had had. In this dream, the mystery woman, or rather, some random woman in my relative's dream whom I came to interpret as the mystery woman, confessed to my relative that she models. I asked myself, do you know anyone personally, any woman who models or could model professionally? Nope, nobody. Nobody at all. Really, the dream meant nothing to me at the time. Granted, it was curious. I would, for all practical purposes, forget about this dream entirely, as well the Gibson Girl picture, until many years afterward, when I would be reminded of them again, and in their most unusual circumstances.